Hey, what's going on, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Today we're going to go into a miniature aftermarket parts rant and some situations that I've run into as of the last, let's say, 72 months that in the independent shop and aftermarket world that I just think that we need to go into and talk about and be a little bit more specific on how it works, especially if you're a customer and even more so if you're a DIY weekend warrior. But before we do, let's go ahead and kick it off with the mechanic tip of the day with your boy. Roll it. Hey everyone, Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Today I want to share with you something that's very important if you're going to be buying steering wheel covers. Don't buy this and put it on here and then think you're going to drive. This thing is so sloppy. It's a scrunchie, okay? It's a scrunchie. Don't drive with this on your steering wheel. This is only meant for one thing, and that is to basically block the sun from heating up the steering wheel, so those of you that have leather or plastic don't burn your hand. That's it, okay? That is all this is meant for. Get something that's a little bit more form-fitting. It should be really, really tight, and it shouldn't slop around at all on you. Old people do this a lot. I'm sorry if you're an older person, but I see this time and time again with the elderly. They'll come in with these scrunchy things on here, and they have gotten in accidents to where the front end of their car is completely smashed up as a result. These were not meant to drive with, okay? Just stop. Get something more form-fitting. If you don't have enough strength in your hands because of arthritis, or you're just not very strong enough, get somebody else to put it on for you. The auto parts stores will put it on for you, all right? Tip of the day. All right, so one of the biggest problems with aftermarket parts and supplying your own parts is sometimes they become defective and you got to pay for the job to be done all over again. Check it out. All right, guys, so that's your tip for the day. Do not buy these scrunchy steering wheel covers because they're pretty much there and intended for one thing, and that's to make sure that the steering wheel itself doesn't get super heated before you go and grab it. Other than that, completely useless, and you could end up getting into a car accident, and I've seen it time and time again. All right, back to our parts rant. So today I'm working on, what was it, like a 2009 BMW 330xi 3-liter. And you guys know they've been following me that I just did a clutch in it not too long ago, but the clutch was actually supplied by the customer. He bought it online, some stage 2 or stage 3, I don't know, he basically was trying to put a performance clutch in, wanted to buy his own parts, didn't want to buy some OEM factory recommended one or an aftermarket one that actually has a warranty, say from like Napa or O'Reilly's or AutoZone or CarQuest. He decided to go online and purchase it. So I get the flywheel, I get the clutch kit that he gives, which comes with the throwout bearing and everything else. And after it's all assembled and we're going on a road test within like 5 miles, the throwout bearing, what it appears that the throwout bearing is starting to make noise, because every time you push the clutch in, noise goes away. Let the clutch out and you get this, you know what I'm talking about, that grindy sound like there's a bearing that's jacked up in there. Could be the pilot, could be the throwout. I'm thinking throwout, right? So we come apart, I get this whole thing taken apart. Now, it's not covered under warranty because he chose to buy his own parts through aftermarket to save himself the extra added cost or markup from a shop or repair shop, because there is a little bit of a markup when you have parts purchased from the repair shop itself. But they do offer a warranty on it, so you don't have to worry about eating the labor all over again. Well, since he decided to pick up his own parts and give them to us to install, there is no warranty option, which means, that's right, he has to pay to have the job done all over again. Still supplying his own pilot bearing and throwout bearing. We'll see just exactly how this goes down, because he very well could be paying for a third time. Let me make a recommendation to you guys if it didn't already sink in the first time. If at first you don't succeed, do not try again, okay? If it didn't work the first time, save yourself the money and headache and have that repair shop pay for the throwout bearing or pilot bearing, so that way if there is an issue, then they are liable and responsible to take care of it, and it's covered underneath their warranty. I understand that there are some performance parts that you cannot buy from O'Reilly's or AutoZone, and I'm not talking to you guys as tuners or performance guys specifically. I'm talking about the regular day-to-day A to B customers that are wanting to put in parts of their own buying. I'll give you another for instance. We had another customer that came in and supplied us with her own airbag and AC compressor. The AC compressor came from the junkyard, still had the lines attached to it, and it was in a garbage bag. I'm to remove and replace this based on the customer's request and what they paid for. But before we actually installed it, and I could have been a jerk and just went ahead and installed it, but looking at it, I was like, this one's in just as bad, if not worse condition than the other one. This one's leaking PAG oil all over it, you could see it. Well, you get what you pay for. You went to the wrecking yard, you bought it, you don't know anything about it, you didn't recognize that the oil was actually from the compressor, maybe you thought it was engine oil, so now, lucky for you, I didn't install it, and we made the phone call to let you know ahead of time, hey, we already noticed a problem here. So we're waiting to see what she decides to do from here, but it's just food for thought. I understand that there are people out there that cannot afford to repair their vehicle, what I feel is like the correct way, by having the shop take care of it. And as a result, they end up paying actually a lot more than they would have if they would have just paid the shop. So leave that as food for thought. Save your money if you cannot afford to do the actual repair correctly. Now, to my high performance and tuner guys out there, I understand, man, you guys are going to blow through clutches and you're probably going to burn up, you know, some throwout bearings. You might even blow a couple of head gaskets, and you're going to do what you're going to do because most of you are DIYs or weekend warriors that do it in your own garage. And that's acceptable because in time you'll find out that there are going to be just some bad parts that you run into. In which case you're going to have to call down and see if they can at least warranty out the part, but you eat all the labor. At least it was your own labor, so there's no extra added cost for you there. Just the cost of the part. For that I understand, but taking it to a shop and then having it not work out and then having to buy another part or have it warrantied out by the company that you bought it from and then paying the labor again, I think is absolutely ridiculous because this job, which was, what, let's call it $1,500, $1,000 to have him do, would have only probably cost him closer to $2,000, but now he has to pay the other $1,000 to $1,500 to have the job done again, so now you're looking at $3,000. So this is my scenario that I'm playing for you guys, so that way you understand what to expect when you go to a shop. Let them do the work, okay? Let the professionals handle it, and if you are just trying to replace OEM parts, let that shop take care of it. So if anything happens, they're the ones eating it, not you. That's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's content. Hit the thumbs up if you liked the video, the thumbs down if you didn't like the video, share if you want to share, and then share with me your comments and thoughts about aftermarket parts down in the comments. Let me know what kind of situations that you ran into, whether you're a DIY weekend warrior, dealer tech, or indie tech. We want to know, what kind of cars do you notice that you have the most problems with as far as trying to find a part that closely matches the size of the part that came out? We'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers and deuces.